Hey guys, today we've got an awesome guest with us. We're going to give you guys some tips and advice for how to build your YouTube audience based on some of Sarah's experiences. That's coming up. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and I have a guest with me today, Sarah Duso from SarahFit. Hey Sarah, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So Sarah, for you guys who don't know, she started an online video back in 2006 for another channel, and then she started her own channel, which is youtube.com/Sarah'sFabChannel. Started that in 2008, and since then has amassed 140,000 subscribers. She has her own book now you just wrote called Get Skinny Again. She's been YouTube Next Up for host for the Next Trainer, YouTube Next Trainer program, and she's tonight hosting Biggest Loser, Google Plus Hangout on air, so she's doing a lot of great stuff. And so she's definitely been around on YouTube a lot. I'd love to pick your brain a little bit about what advice and tips you have for creators who just want to build their audience, grow their YouTube channel, and hear some of the things that work best for you and most stories behind your channel.
Yeah, so I think probably if I could pinpoint the specific events during my YouTube career that really helped propel it to the next level, it honestly has to do with collaborations and working with other YouTubers. But the trick is, how do you establish those relationships if you're just starting out? So basically, what I did, so Katrina from Tone It Up, she has her own TV show now on Bravo. Katrina actually got her start because I went to the same gym as her. And I basically just went up to her and was like, oh, you're cute, you're a personal trainer, do you want to do fitness videos with me? So with her, it kind of, was serendipitous. However, I always stayed in contact with Katrina. We've been friends ever since. So now she has this huge Tone It Up, business. They're huge. They have fans all over the world. Yeah. I never lost touch with her. I like to say, surround yourself with successful people, and don't be afraid of competition. People early on used to say, hey, Tone It Up has a video like that, or like you're copying their recipe, and it's like, we're friends, we collaborate, and a lot of us in the fitness YouTube world, we work with one another, we don't look at each other as competition, and we do try to help each other in a lot of different ways. So my first tip is to, build those relationships that you might already have. Don't be afraid. If someone starts to get really popular, or if you start getting much more popular than someone else, don't lose that friendship. I still am very good friends with a lot of different YouTubers that started on the bottom and now they're way above me. And if I just stuck my nose up at them in the beginning, I would have missed out on a lot of cool opportunities. What about because YouTube's is grown so much now that you have all these different tiers, and a lot of people just try to reach out to the top tier people, and try to oh, Mr. Guitar Man or Hank Green or whatever, promote me. Let's do a collab. What advice do you have for people who are trying to collab but just having a difficult time just finding people who are on their level, who are willing to do it with them, mixing the audiences makes sense? Because that's the problem I've ran into back, I remember a while ago when I was trying to do a lot of collabs, is finding those people in the first place. So for me, when it came to collabing, I guess as we call it, I would look for someone that I thought had that had a spark that was just kind of infectious. So Cassie from Blogilates, she used to actually live in Boston. She's another fitness YouTuber for those watching that don't know who she is. She had maybe a couple thousand subscribers, and I saw her videos and I thought she had just this infectious energy and I wanted her to be in a video with us. So I, wrote her an email and was like, hey, I think you're great. Do you want to do a video with us? I did that. She had way less subscribers than us at the time, and now she has 1 million. She literally just hit 1 million. But I saw that spark in her, and she's another one like Katrina that I've always remained in contact with. So my advice for people is don't look for people above you. Look for people on the same level, and even look for people that are below you that just have this energy, that just have this drive that is going to be successful. And maybe that's, my little special touch. I can tell when people are going to be successful, when they're going to be able to, be really good at YouTube. But my tip would be find somebody on your level or below And my other tip is to foster those relationships somewhere off of YouTube, whether you live in the same city. If you're in California, that might be hard, but if you live somewhere off beat like Boston, it might be a little bit easier. But also help them out through other social medias like Twitter. I got a shout out from one of the beauty gurus early on in my career because she had said something on Twitter like, oh, I want to get flat abs or something like that. So I reached out to her and was like, oh, I'm a certified personal trainer. I'd love to help you. I created a fitness plan for her. Expected nothing back in return. Literally, I expected nothing back, just maybe the fact that maybe she'd remember me and think I was nice.
Yeah. And
she gave me a shout out in a video a couple of months later. Oh. I got 10,000 subscribers, which at the time was like, 50,000 today. Right. Over the course of a week. It was amazing. And all of that came about just by me trying to help her and not asking for something in return.
Yeah, I think that's really important because a lot of the times, like when I get those types of requests, is people trying to like extract something from me, like, hey, Tim, I actually don't care about you and stuff. It doesn't come across that way necessarily. Yeah. I know what they're trying to do because I understand, what's going on. But like, it feels like I'm just using you to get to something else, right? And that's terrible for social equity in a relationship, right? So definitely reaching out, having something in mind. And for the rest of you guys, one thing that I've really learned is it helps if you just don't go to someone and be like, hey, you want to collab with me, and just kind of wait for a yes or no. Like, it works better, I found, if you go to them with an idea. Like, hey, I really like that you do this. Like when I reached out to you, Sarah, I asked if you want to do an interview, but then I actually emailed you some questions. Like, I had some things in my mind already that would make sense for something to work together, rather than just saying, hey, you come up, I want to collab, and you come up with the idea, right? So so going into it with some planning ahead of time can really work well, and it helps the other person who you're collaborating with. It makes it easier for them to say yes, because now they feel like, okay, there's not as much thought I had to put into this, not as much work. Like, okay, I know what we're doing, let's just do it, So I really find that to be really valuable too. So I'd love to hear from you guys, comments below about what advice and tips you guys have for collaborating with other creators. What have you found to work well for you and not so well? Help us to avoid some of those mistakes as well. And if this is your first time here, we'd love to have you subscribe. Every week we do videos just like this to give you guys some tips and ideas for the content that you're creating. I really believe that a lot of you guys have messages that can really influence the world and change people's lives if those people could just hear what you have to say. So thank you for letting me be a part, and now Sarah, and helping you guys grow your YouTube channel. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye.